Ascalaphus is a new 5-star alter ego, and his kit has the potential to replace Oberon in certain setup while also working as a main DPS incel. So in this video, let's break down his skills, Noble Phantasm, how he compares to Oberon, and his best team setup. Skill 1 gives the party 2-hit evade for 3 turns, gains 20 crit star, inflicts terror on all enemies, lowers their instant death resistance and crit rate, and charges his own MP by 30%. This skill is important as it supports both sides of his kit. Instant death resistance down helps his Noble Phantasm lands instant death and also enables his MP special damage multiplier. On top of that, party evade, enemy wide terror, crit rate down, and his defensive passive gives him real value in harder fights. His class skills also support this. He has 10% passive odds up and debuff success rate up, and 30% instant death success rate up. The odd passive raises his baseline MP damage, and debuff success makes his skill 1 more consistent, and the instant death passive makes his MP gimmick works more often. Skill 2 gives the party 20% odds up in MP charge while reducing all enemies charge by 1. This makes him naturally fits into odds farming and short challenge quest team. He charges the whole front line, improves odds damage and refund, and also delay enemy Noble Phantasm. Skill 3 gives one ally 3 time guards, 100% buff removal resistance, 30% attack up, 20% MP damage up, and 50% MP charge all for 3 turns. Combined with skill 2, Ascalaphus can give one ally 70% total MP charge, 30% attack up, 20% odds up, and 20% MP damage up. This is a lot of charge and damage support from a servant who can also use his own AoE Noble Phantasm, but the catch is brutal. The target gets an unremovable effect that kills them after 3 turns, ignoring guts. So there's a 3-turn burst too, especially for farming, multi-core, and min-turn challenge quest setup instead of a long-term sustain skill. If Ascalaphus used skill 3 on himself, he has up to 100% self MP charge across his free skill. Because that charge is split into different skills, he also has more flexible timing for odds looping routes instead of needing to spend everything on 1 turn. Now for his Noble Phantasm, his MP is an odds AoE MP that deals special damage against enemies with instant death resistance down, dealing with overcharge. After damage, it applies instant death, and if the field is held, it gets another instant death check. Against enemy vulnerable for instant death, he can potentially clear waves without relying only on raw damage. Against enemy that does not die instantly, his own skill 1 can still apply instant death resistance down first, letting his MP trigger special damage against almost any enemy. That is what makes his MP more consistent than a normal instant death MP. He is not only gambling on instant death, he also gets damage value from the same debuff that supports his instant death gimmick. Now let's compare him against Oberon. Both servants can give one ally 70% MP charge when you combine their party charge and targetable charge, but their purpose is very different. Oberon is still the stronger final turn burst support. He gives targetable 50% charge, party MP damage up, 50% buster up, and his MP boost effect can massively increase MP damage buffs for 1 turn. The downside is that his targetable charge drinks 20% MP after the turn, and his final burst skill leaves the ally stuck in unremovable sleep afterwards. Ascalaphus is more of a frontline or plug-in odds support. He gives 70% total charge without draining MP afterwards, gives 3 turn odds, attack, and MP damage support, and adds an extremely rare 3-time guts plus buff removal resistance for challenge quests. So the simple comparison is, Oberon is better for 1 turn final burst damage, while Ascalaphus is better for odd synergy, frontline utility, and 3-turn challenge quest support. As a DPS, Ascalaphus also has a lot going for him, with up to 100% self-charge and odds AoE MP, passive odds up, and a pseudo anti-anyone special damage condition from his own instant death resistance down. He is definitely not a bad odds looper choice. However, his weaknesses are clear. Similar to Oberon, his skill 3's delayed death effect makes him poor in long store teams. His MP special damage depends on instant death resistant down landing, so enemy with high debuff resistance or debuff immunity can make him less consistent, and if it gives skill 3 to another DPS, his own damage becomes much lower because he loses his biggest self buff. For team comparison, I will simplify him into 2 main roles. As a support, pair him with an odds DPS and Castoria. Ascalaphus gives the DPS 70% charge, odds up, offensive buff, guts, and buff removal resistance, while Castoria cover odds looping, MP gain and major survival. This is especially useful for multi-farming and short challenge quests where you want the DPS to burst hard for 3 turns. You can also use him as an Oberon or Castoria replacement in some odds team, especially if your Castoria or Oberon is reaching max spawn. Second, as a main DPS, use Ascalaphus with any other odd support depending on what you need. Because Ascalaphus already has 100% total self-charge and 3 different offensive buff types, he is quite flexible with support choices. Castoria is still the safest option for refund and survival, while Oberon can still be used if you need maximum final wave damage. Overall, Ascalaphus is not just another instant death farmer. His real value is that he can be an odd support, a short challenge quest support, or a main DPS with high self-charge. Oberon is still better for final burst, but Ascalaphus has more frontline utility, more art synergy, more challenge quest tools, and enough charge to function as either the support or the attacker. Because of that, I would recommend at least considering MP1 as he is a Oberon replacement in terms of MP charge support. That's all for this Ascalaphus guide. If this guide helps you and you want more FGO guides and sermon breakdown, a like and subscribe will really help as I'm pushing towards 3,000 subscribers before August. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.